Hello, my friends, and welcome to a brand new episode of Discourse in Magic. My name is Jonah Babbins, and today I want to tell you about Unconventional.fun 2 Magicland. And some of you maybe have heard of Unconventional.fun 2 Magicland, some of you just heard of Unconventional.fun, and some of you have no idea what I'm talking about. So I thought that I would kind of explain to you what this is, how it came to be, and then I'll give you 6 reasons why this may be something that you want to be a part of. So first, what is it? What is Unconventional.fun 2 Magicland? Well, 6 months ago, Ben Train and I launched the first ever 8-bit video game virtual magic convention. So what that meant was that not only did you have all the cool parts of a convention, like lectures and shows and things like that, but the thing that we did in the virtual world is that kind of like an old video game, like Pokemon, not the new Pokemon Go, but like the old Pokemon where you would mingle around on a Game Boy, or like Zelda or Habbo Hotels or something else like that. You would be able to mingle around the world with arrow keys. And when you got close to other attendees, you could jam with each other. You could hang out because you could see each other's cameras and hear each other's mics. So it was kind of like a real magic convention, but placed in a video game world. So if you wanted, you could go to enjoy the lectures and panels and shows. But if you didn't, if you wanted to just like, hang out with the cool kids in the back jamming, or just connect with some of your favorite magicians and jam, hang out, talk like you would at a real convention, you would be able to. It was awesome. It was epic. We had 250 magicians, but we made 2 big, obvious, glaring errors that we are not going to make again because we have our second Unconventional.fun 2 Magicland happening in 10 days. So here's the 2 big, huge mistakes that we made that we are not going to make again. The first big, huge mistake that we made is that we had 13 hours of lectures and shows and panels, and we didn't record a single thing. We did not record it, which is funny because this is like, Magic 101 is record your shows, record your stuff. And people were asking if they would get the recordings, and we said no. And we did it for 2 reasons. The first reason we didn't record anything is we were worried that it was all going to crash completely. It felt like it was kind of earlier in the whole Zoom world. But the second reason why we didn't record it was because we wanted to kind of make it live. We wanted to be a kind of in-person thing so everyone would be there. But what we didn't realize is that there's people all over the world, and what's like 2 o'clock for us in the afternoon, maybe the middle of the night for somebody else. So a lot of people stayed up very late to be a part of the whole entire thing, which was epic, but a mistake on our parts. That was the first mistake. But the second mistake that we made, which is kind of funny, is we built a video game world. So we teamed together with coders and designers to make a world that is whatever we wanted. And with unlimited creativity, with unlimited power, the world that we built was a convention center. We basically built like a floor of a hotel lobby, which is hilarious that with unlimited power to wield, we built a hotel lobby, which is super funny. Now, it was awesome. It was epic. We had a dealer's room. We had like a main stage. We had jamming areas. We had a bar, a lot of different cool stuff like you would have at a real convention. But when we decided to do it again, we knew that we kind of had to make something cool. So after the first convention, we sent out a survey asking if people wanted us to do it again. And 96% said yes. They said that they wanted us to do it again. So we knew we were going to do another one, and we knew we were going to have to make some big changes. So the first big change that we made is that we are recording all of the lectures, panels, and shows. So you can watch them afterwards if you can't make it, or like a convention, if instead of a lecture, you're like wanting to meet up or jam with somebody who's not lecturing at that time, you can totally do that and watch the lectures afterwards. So that's what we decided to do for the new one. So now let me tell you about it. What is Unconventional.fun 2 Magicland? Well, first thing is, it is the second ever video game virtual magic convention. So just like the first one, there's lectures, there's panels, there's shows, but also you mingle around with the arrow keys. When you get close to the other attendees, your camera and mic fades into view so you can jam jam, you can hang out, and you can spend time together. That means that if you come find me, we can jam, we can hang out, but you can also hang out with some of the other magicians that are there, not only the ones on the lineup, but also the ones that are just coming to hang out. So for example, at Unconventional.fun too, you can jam with me, if you like, but you can also jam with Eric Jones and Suzanne and Caleb Wiles and Aussie Wind and Paul Vigil and Moritz Mueller and so many different magicians that are going to be there. So that is a little bit about what Unconventional.fun 2 is. And number one, yes, we will be recording all of the lectures, panels, and shows, so you can rewatch them later. And number two is because we realized we had boundless creativity and we're doing it again. So what we decided this time is instead of building a hotel lobby, what we decided to do is build something that could never exist in the real world. We built Magicland. It's a magic-themed amusement park. So instead of like a dealer's room, we have a midway. Instead of having a bar, we've got food trucks. So we've basically designed a world for magicians with magic-themed things that could never exist in the real world. So now when you walk around the virtual world, you are in a unique place that doesn't look just like a hotel convention center, but instead, it looks like something magical and impossible that has never existed before. So you still get to move around with your keys, you still get to jam, your camera and mic still fades into view, but now the world that we're doing it in is, I think, 5 times as epic. So now you know what Unconventional.fun 1 was. It was a 1-day 8-bit virtual magic convention. And now you know what Unconventional.fun 2 is. It's an 2-day 8-bit video game virtual magic convention. And the days that it's happening are February 27th, Saturday, February 27th, and Sunday, February 28th. Now, as promised, I told you that I was going to tell you 6 reasons why you should be a part of this convention. So here goes. Reason number 1 is lectures. We have brought some of the best lecturers together, not only people who have been crushing it in virtual, but as well just people who absolutely crush it. So not only do we have a John Gustafaro lecture, which is going to be amazing, we've got an Eric Jones lecture, an Adrian Lacroix lecture, but one of the ones that I'm really looking forward to is Aussie Wind is kind of doing a part lecture, part Q&A. It's called Fix Your Magic. So what that means is you submit your magic problems, what you're struggling with, what's not working, and live Aussie fix them and talks about some potential solutions. So that's the first reason is we've got amazing, amazing lectures. The second reason that you might want to be a part of this is we have an incredible virtual magic panel. We've pulled together a handful of magicians who have been absolutely crushing it in the world of virtual to ask about why, what, and how they're doing it and figure out how you can do the same thing. So number 2 is we've got an epic panel for you. Number 3 is performances. The last year and a half of magic, it has gone through changes that it has never seen before because of the full-fledged transition from in-person magic to virtual magic. So you better believe that when we say we've got virtual magic shows for you to watch, we have the best performers in the world, may even be the best virtual magic performers in the world, performing so you can see exactly what it is that they've created over the past year and how you can maybe do the same thing, not by taking their tricks, unless they're for sale, obviously, but to get some inspiration from some really incredible virtual magic performers. So that is the third reason. The fourth reason is that we've got a custom world. And I told you a little bit about this before, but let me kind of give you a peek behind the curtain. This part was so much fun to do. And I've only told you about little tiny bits of it, but we built an entire custom world with magic jokes and with just unlimited different bits and pieces that are hilarious. Like I said, we have food trucks, we have a midway, we've got games, we've got performance spaces, we've got so many different things, more than I can even remember and more than I can tell you about. It is a ginormous world, big enough for 500 magicians. That is reason number 4. Reason number 5 is the jamming. This is really the thing that separates this from other conventions in the virtual space, is that you really can mingle around and you really can jam with anyone. I'm going to be there. Ben's going to be there. All of the performers on the lineup are going to be hanging out and jamming. And there's a really cool feature in this platform where you can search the name of the person that you want to jam with. They'll come up and then you can go find them. So if you want to jam with like Eric Jones, you just search his name, you click on it, and it'll tell you where in the virtual world he is, so you can go find him. If you want to go jam with Spidey, exactly the same thing. You can search where in the virtual world he is and go find him. Got a question for Adrian Lacroix, you want to jam with Chris Mayhew, you want to share some tricks with Michael Feldman, easy. You find them, you type their name in the little search bar, and then you go find where their little avatar is hanging out. So that is reason number 5. And reason number 6, which I alluded to before, but reason number 6 is that it is yours forever. Every single one of those lectures, performances, and panel talks, we are recording and we're giving out to you forever. So, if it was just a convention, it would totally be worth it. Or if you just, bought this to download the videos afterwards, it would be worth it, we think. But we put the whole thing together. So not only is it 2 full days of Magic Convention fun, so lectures, jamming, shows, hanging out with people, all that good stuff, but also video for you to watch afterwards, so that if there's a lecture going on, but there's a jam going on at the same time, you can pick and choose, go to whichever one you want, because you get access to the lectures afterwards, the lectures, the shows, the panel talks, and things like that. So that is why you may want to be there. And the last reason why you may want to be there is this may be the closest that you and I come to hanging out in person with each other for the next little while. Canada has borders seriously closed for great reasons, and this is really an epic way to jam and to connect with each other. Zoom is fun. I love Zoom, but with Zoom, there's either like 25 people in the room and one person is talking and everyone else is listening, or it's like a small room. But with this, you can say, hey, everyone, let's meet by the food trucks and we're going to go talk about self-working card tricks or something else like that. So if you want to hang out, if you want to be a part of the fun, the lectures, the performances, the panel talks, the jamming, the custom world, and getting all of this afterwards to watch and rewatch forever, I am going to urge you to go to Unconventional.fun. That's the website and the name of the convention, Unconventional.fun. Go check it out, read a little bit about some of the performers. I've maybe mentioned a quarter of the people that are going to be a part of it, the performers, the lecturers, the panelists, and so on. It is going to be so epic. We are so excited. And if I didn't mention, I will mention again. It's happening February 27th and February 28th. 27th is kind of like the night before, so it happens from 7 p.m. to basically midnight Eastern Standard Time, and then February 28th is the full day. It's 9 a.m. to midnight, basically. It's a full crazy bonkers day. So if you're interested, in the link to the description of this is going to be the website Unconventional.fun. Just click it, head there, read a little bit about what it's all about. I would love to see you there. It would be so cool. So thank you so much for listening and learning about what this convention is. It's kind of an out-of-the-box thing. The first one was a little out of the box. This one is really out of the box. Really excited to connect with you and meet you there. It's going to be so much fun. So I'm super pumped to see you there. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you next Thursday. Oh, and I thought we made a really funky promo video. So I'm going to attach the audio to that promo video right after this so you can hear what the whole thing sounds like, so you know that we mean business. Looking forward to seeing you all at Unconventional.fun 2 Magicland. Woohoo!
Hello, everybody. My name is Ben Train. This is Jonah Babbins, and we are from the Toronto Magic Company.
In September 2020, we took a risk. We tried something really out of the box that's never been done before, just to see if it was possible.
It was called Unconventional.fun, and it was the world's first ever 8-bit virtual magic convention. And it was awesome.
Picture this, 250 magicians participating in lectures, jams, dealers' rooms, and shows for 13 hours in an 8-bit virtual video game world that we custom built for you.
That means you can walk around the world and explore just like it was a video game, and when you meet other attendees, your microphone and cameras turn on so you can jam with all the amazing magicians from around the world. We loved it, and after speaking with everyone else, it turns out they did too.
Out of 250 attendees, 96% said they wanted us to do another one, so we're making it happen.
And we started thinking, if we were going to do an Unconventional.fun too, we wanted it to be better than the one before it. So we took everything that we learned and we changed up the game. This is what we have planned.
Instead of a 13-hour convention, we're making it 2 days. Instead of capping it at 250 attendees, we've opened the door to 500 magicians. And most importantly, instead of building it in a virtual convention center, we've stepped our game up.
We've custom built a virtual 8-bit magic-themed amusement park, just for you. You heard that right. A magic-themed amusement park built just for you. That means attractions, interactive booths, and all sorts of fun surprises along the way.
But that's not all we have planned. We've got all-star lectures, memorable panels, and virtual magic shows that you're never going to forget. We're bringing together the best magicians from around the globe, including Eric Jones, Paul Behill, John Gustafaro, Michael Feldman, Adrian Lacroix, Suzanne, Aussie Wind, and so many more.
Imagine 2 incredible days filled with fun, magic, jamming, lectures, shows, dealers, and of course incredible magicians from around the world, all in an 8-bit video game world.
Oh, and did we mention the lectures, panels, and shows will all be available afterwards to watch and rewatch forever. So no matter how you spend your Unconventional.fun days, you don't have to miss a thing.
It's gonna happen Saturday, February 27th, and Sunday, February 28th.
Welcome to Magicland. Tickets are available now, so grab yours below.
Please do it, otherwise we dress up for nothing.
Woo!